This week's gospel text is from the Gospel of John. Before in this story, Jesus has been talking about the crowds. You know, the crowds came to hear him. The crowds were excited because he offered them this bread and fish on the hillside, fed all these people, and they got very excited about him, and they said, "Give us this bread so we won't be hungry again." And he then really begins to give a new meaning to that bread. So he talks about himself as bread, says, "I am the bread of life." We're not talking about the bread literally being transformed into body, but we want to say it's physically present, that Jesus is physically present. John wants us to know that God is present in our lives now, close as our flesh. In some ways, this text can sort of float away from current events, but surely anybody could talk about this text in terms of issues related to hunger. You know, at our church, when we're seeing more and more people now coming to community lunch, coming by asking, "Is this the day that you have the food pantry?" So people are hurting, in this country, but surely many, many places around the world. So I think that anytime you're talking about this text, if you don't talk about bread, there's something that you're missing, because Jesus really does want us to think about bread in this text.